What an incredible Game 2 victory it was for the New York Rangers. And now let's look ahead at Game 3. Let's talk about it. And well, welcome back to New York Sports WickerMedia. I'm WatchUK99. Thank you, as always, for taking the time to watch these videos. The Rangers emerged. They win 2-1 over Florida in overtime, evening the Eastern Conference Finals at 1 win apiece. And now the series shifts down to Sunrise, Florida for games 3 and 4. But I think what was really interesting about this game is that the Rangers won it without really thriving at all on special teams. Going into the series, I felt one of the few advantages, if any, the Rangers had was the special teams. Their power play has been more successful than Florida's, but we have not seen that come to fruition yet. The Panthers have killed off all 6 Rangers power plays. Florida has actually scored on one of their own power plays as well, and the Florida penalty kill, I believe, has killed 25 of their opponent's last 26 power play opportunities. As a matter of fact, in the series, over for 2 games, through about 134 minutes being played, the Panthers have trailed for a total of 13 minutes and 57 seconds. So to get out of here at 1-1, pretty good. And then looking at more stats with the Panthers, they had won 11 straight Stanley Cup playoff games decided in overtime, including 2 in the last conference final against Carolina. So, and Bobrovsky, dominant playoff goalie, as it turns out, but the Rangers did what they had to do. It only takes one big goal, and those streaks are now all over. So I'm thrilled that the Rangers won this game. When Barclay Goodrow won it, I was on my couch. I jumped. I definitely opened up the door, and I was screaming out. I was screaming, "Let's go Rangers," right off my balcony. Didn't care who's gonna know about it. But now at this point, we turn the page and we look ahead to Game 3 at Madison Square Garden South, otherwise known as Sunrise, Florida. I still believe that the New York Rangers are the most popular hockey team in the state of Florida. I'm just saying. But this was a game that did not come without cost to the Rangers. Jimmy Vesey hurt his shoulder on a very aggressive body check from Ryan Lomborg. I already can't stand him. My gosh, but VC is now week-to-week translation. He is out for the series at the very least. And now the Rangers have a lineup decision to make. What will they do? There are many different options. There's a couple things I would do. I would keep Filip Chytil with Mika Zibanejad and Chris Kreider. I thought that line looked pretty good together. They were generating scoring opportunities, and I think putting Filip Chytil in can help basically start up Zibanejad and Kreider, who for the most part in these playoffs have looked a little bit on the dormant side. I think that's a good way to go. Of course, you're going to keep Trocheck, Panarin, and Lafreniere together, but then you've got some decisions to make with the bottom 6. Now, you could reinsert Kaapo Kakko, who was benched for Game 2. I did not like the decision. I was happy to put Rempe in the lineup. I just didn't want Kakko on the bench. I felt BC was the one to sit, not because I didn't like him. I just felt that his role on the team was getting a little bit redundant, and I wanted to have both Filip Chytil and Matt Rempe in the lineup. Well, I think the third line should remain Wenberg, Cooley, and Kakko. It's a line that has worked well. It hasn't generated much in the way of offense, but it's been a very defensively responsible line. And with Cooley's energy and forechecking and Kakko's ability to dig the pucks out of corners, it's an effective possession line. But if that's the case, the Rangers need somebody who could put the puck in the net somewhere on that fourth line. Now, of course, Barclay Goodrow, fantastic job. 4 playoff goals after having 4 all season. Man, you got to keep Goodrow in at center. It's amazing. Before this game, there were actually people calling to bench Barclay Goodrow, saying, what does he even give? It was one of the most ridiculous things I'd ever heard because of the playoff experience he does give and the snarl that he gives you. So I would leave Goodrow in right at that fourth line center role. I would keep Matt Rempe in the lineup, but then at left wing, you can make a couple of choices. You could, now I haven't mentioned Jackroslovic yet, and Roslovic to me is just a very frustrating player. Here's what Roslovic does well. All right, I'll be serious. He skates the puck very well from the defensive zone into the offensive zone. He's great in between the blue lines. He's got great speed. Once he gets in the offensive zone, he has no idea what the hell to do with the puck. Not a clue at all. And to be honest with you, despite his speed, I'm a little bit tired of that. It made sense against a team like Carolina that's very fast. I don't think it's needed as much against a team like Florida, who's a little bit more physical. So I'm thinking at this point, I would put Roslovic on the bench. So who would I put in at left wing? Believe it or not, and I know he's really more of a right wing, so if you want to move Rempe to the left side, fine, whatever. I would actually give blakewheeler a chance. I know he's not the fastest skater in the world, and he was struggling a little bit during the regular season, but he is ready to go. And with his experience, maybe he has enough where he can put the puck in the net once in a while. And Goodrow seems to be a very effective center. So I like having those two veterans on that line along with mattrempe. And, of course, there's plenty of flexibility with this. If you want to move Wheeler up with Wenberg and Cooley and Demo Kakko to the fourth line, of course you could do that. But I'm thinking against the Panthers in Game 3, I might give blakewheeler an opportunity because the Rangers are not scoring a lot of goals as of late. Let's be honest. They've scored 2 goals in 134 minutes. That's got to change, so I think I would give Wheeler an opportunity. Just my thoughts. And the other thing to factor in is the penalty kill with VC out. All right, so I would say probably you probably have Mika and Kreider in it at one pair. I'd probably have my other pair as Vinny Trocheck and Barclay Goodrow. And if you need to insert another forward, you could always put Alex Wenberg in. I know he doesn't have any ability to finish whatsoever, but he's very good on faceoffs. He's a good defensive center. That's pretty much what he is. So there is a little bit of loss on the penalty kill, but I think the Rangers have enough snarl to overcome it. And shoot, I would even give Will Cooley an opportunity maybe to kill a penalty or two. I think that would be worth it as well. So, but right now I'd probably put him just a little bit lower on the totem pole. But while it's very disappointing to lose Jimmy VC, I feel terrible for him. I think it can give the Rangers an opportunity to insert a little bit more scoring opportunity into a lineup that right now could really use it. Well, those are my thoughts on Game 2 and now going into Game 3 on Sunday afternoon. Let me know your thoughts. What would you do with the Rangers lineup? Let's see it right down there in the comments. Thanks, everybody, for watching, and I'll see you right back here with more content from you-know-where, the Wicker Chair. We'll see you later.